What if you woke up tomorrow to find millions in your bank account? Exciting, right? But let me ask you this, how would you keep it? Believe it or not, nearly 70% of lottery winners lose their entire fortune within a few years. Why? It's not because they weren't lucky, it's because they didn't have a plan. Put yourself in this scene. One day, you're at the top of the world, buying dream cars, extravagant houses, and living a lifestyle you've always fantasized about. Then, seemingly overnight, it all crumbles. That's the story of Jack Whitaker, a lottery winner who went from a multimillionaire to bankruptcy because of impulsive decisions. But here's the good news, you don't have to follow the same path. You've just come into a fortune. The temptation to spend it all is overwhelming. A new car, a lavish vacation, maybe even a mansion. It all seems within reach. But here's the harsh reality. Acting on impulse is the quickest way to lose it all. So, what should you do? Pause. That's right. Before making any major decisions, take a financial timeout. Think of it as hitting the Save Game button in life. Deposit your money into a secure, interest-bearing account, like a high-yield savings account or money market account. This simple move ensures your wealth is protected while you take the time to breathe, plan, and learn. This isn't about depriving yourself, it's about preserving the foundation of your fortune. Now, let's talk about psychology. Studies show that when people come into sudden wealth, they experience a high similar to winning a jackpot at a casino. But this euphoria can lead to irrational decisions. By pausing, you give yourself the space to let the emotional rush settle. Here's an exercise to help. Make a list of everything you're tempted to buy right now. Then, ask yourself, will this add value to my life in a year? 5 years? You'll find that many of those impulse desires lose their appeal when viewed through a long-term lens. By taking a pause, you're already ahead of most people who come into sudden wealth. You're protecting yourself from the common pitfalls of impulsive spending. But this is just the beginning. Now that you've taken a breath and set the stage for smart decision-making, it's time to talk about building a shield around your fortunate step that's just as vital as the first. Now it's time to build a shield around it. Let me explain why this is critical. Sudden wealth doesn't just attract excitement, it also attracts attention. From lawsuits to scams, your fortune can quickly become a target. That's why the second step is all about protecting your assets with the right legal and financial tools. The first move is hiring a financial advisor. But not just any advisor, someone trustworthy and certified, such as a certified financial planner (CFP). These professionals will guide you in managing your money wisely. Next, consult with an attorney who specializes in estate planning. They'll help you set up trusts, wills, and other mechanisms to shield your assets. Trusts in particular are powerful tools. By placing your wealth into a trust, you protect it from lawsuits, creditors, and even family disputes. Another essential layer of defense is insurance. Start with liability insurance, which protects you against lawsuits, and umbrella insurance, which covers additional risks beyond basic policies. These might sound excessive, but think of them as seatbelts for your finances. Better to have them and not need them than to need them and not have them. Taking action here is straightforward. Begin by researching local financial advisors and estate attorneys. Look for professionals with a proven track record and glowing reviews. Set up consultations to see who aligns best with your goals. Then, work with them to establish a protection plan tailored to your needs. Remember, the money you've received isn't just cash, it's your ticket to a better future, but only if it's safeguarded. By now, you've paused to think and started building a fortress around your wealth. But there's still a potential anchor holding you back: debt. It's time to shift our focus to eliminating financial burdens that can silently drain your newfound fortune. Let's dive into that next. Now it's time to tackle one of the most silent but significant threats to financial freedom: debt. Debt might seem manageable when you have millions in the bank, but if left unchecked, it can quietly drain your fortune over time. The third step to securing your wealth is eliminating high-interest debt and creating a clean slate. So, what should you do now? Start by listing all your debts in order of interest rate, from highest to lowest. Then, allocate a portion of your wealth to wiping out these high-interest liabilities. For example, if you're carrying a $20,000 credit card balance at a 22% interest rate, paying it off immediately can save you over $4,000 in interest in just 1 year. That's money you can reinvest or save for future goals instead of giving it away to creditors. This isn't just about math, it's about freedom. Eliminating debt means you no longer have to worry about monthly payments eating into your wealth. It also boosts your credit score, opening doors to lower interest rates and better financial opportunities in the future. And let's not forget the psychological benefit. Imagine the peace of mind that comes with knowing you owe nothing to anyone. Once your debt is eliminated or minimized, you'll feel a weight lifted off your shoulders. You've freed up cash flow and ensured your wealth is truly yours to control. With this clean financial slate, you're ready to move to the next step, enjoying your newfound fortune responsibly. Let's talk about smart splurging next. Congratulations! By now, you've paused to plan, built a protective shield around your wealth, and eliminated the burden of high-interest debt. Now comes the fun part, spending. But before you dive headfirst into luxury, let's talk about doing it the smart way. Splurging responsibly ensures you enjoy your newfound wealth without jeopardizing your financial future. For example, let's say you've received $2 million. Setting aside 10% gives you $200,000 to spend guilt-free. Want to buy a new car or take a dream vacation? Go ahead. But once you hit that limit, stop. The rest of your wealth should be invested, saved, or used to build a legacy. Smart splurging isn't just about setting limits. It's also about prioritizing experiences and purchases that bring real value to your life. Research shows that people derive more long-term happiness from experiences, like travel or learning a new skill, than from material possessions. Instead of buying a fleet of luxury cars, consider taking a once-in-a-lifetime trip with your family or investing in personal growth opportunities like education or training. Another tip: avoid lifestyle inflation. It's easy to let small upgrades snowball into expensive habits. For instance, upgrading to a luxury car might lead to spending more on insurance, maintenance, and fuel. By keeping your lifestyle modest, you ensure that your wealth remains a tool for freedom, not a trap. With your discretionary spending under control, you've now mastered the art of enjoying your wealth responsibly. But let's not forget the most crucial part of growing and sustaining your fortune: investing wisely. That's where we're headed next. Let's explore investment intelligence. Now it's time to focus on the long game, investing wisely. If you want your wealth to grow instead of diminish, this step is non-negotiable. Here's the simple truth: the rich don't just hold on to money, they make it work for them. By adopting an investment mindset, you can turn your fortune into a lasting legacy. Let's start with a real-world example. Consider LeBron James. Despite earning millions as an athlete, LeBron didn't just spend his earnings. He invested in businesses like Blaze Pizza, which is now valued at over $1 billion. On the other hand, countless athletes and celebrities have lost their fortunes by failing to plan for the future. The difference comes down to investment intelligence. So, how do you get started? First, diversify. The old adage, "don't put all your eggs in one basket," is the cornerstone of smart investing. Allocate your wealth across different asset classes: stocks, bonds, real estate, and even alternative investments like private equity or venture capital. This way, you minimize risk while maximizing your chances of growth. For example, during economic downturns, real estate might hold steady while stocks fluctuate. Next, consider the power of compound interest. If you invest $1 million in a diversified portfolio with an average return of 8% annually, your money can grow to over $2 million in just 9 years. Another critical element of investment intelligence is seeking expert advice. Hire a financial advisor or wealth manager who specializes in working with high net worth individuals. These professionals can guide you toward the best opportunities while steering you away from risky ventures. For instance, they might recommend tax-efficient investment strategies, such as contributing to retirement accounts or using tax loss harvesting to offset gains. But investing isn't just about technical strategies. It's also about your mindset. The emotional highs and lows of market fluctuations can tempt even seasoned investors to make irrational decisions. That's why it's essential to stay informed and focus on your long-term goals. Create an investment plan with clear objectives, whether that's funding your children's education, building a charitable foundation, or retiring early. By now, you've taken the steps to secure, protect, and grow your fortune. But let's talk about a deeper purpose: using your wealth to make a meaningful impact. Consider the story of Chuck Feeney, the co-founder of Duty-Free Shoppers. Despite amassing billions, Feeney chose to live modestly and focus on giving away his wealth. Through his foundation, he donated over $8 billion to education, healthcare, and human rights causes. By the time Feeney reached his 90s, he'd accomplished his goal of giving while living, leaving behind a legacy of impact far greater than personal consumption ever could. But you don't need billions to make a difference. Purposeful philanthropy starts with aligning your values with your giving. Start by identifying causes that resonate with your personal story or goals. This connection will make your contributions more impactful and rewarding. Another approach is establishing a donor-advised fund or family foundation. These vehicles allow you to donate money now, receive immediate tax benefits, and distribute the funds to causes over time. For example, Bill and Melinda Gates started their foundation to tackle global health and education challenges, and it has become one of the most influential philanthropic entities in history. Giving back also shapes how you and your family view wealth. By involving your children or loved ones in your philanthropic efforts, you teach them the value of using money as a force for good. It ensures that the mindset of purposeful giving continues for generations. Here's the final piece of the puzzle, ensuring it lasts long after you're gone. Legacy planning is about creating a roadmap for your fortune that preserves your values, provides for your loved ones, and continues to make an impact for generations. Let's look at the Rockefeller family as a prime example. John D. Rockefeller, one of the wealthiest individuals in history, didn't just accumulate wealth, he set up structures to ensure his fortune would benefit his descendants and society. Over a century later, the Rockefeller Foundation still funds transformative projects around the world while the family's wealth remains intact. The first step in legacy planning is creating or updating your will. A will ensures your assets are distributed according to your wishes, avoiding disputes among heirs. Without one, your estate could end up in lengthy legal battles, leaving your family financially and emotionally strained. Next, consider setting up trust. Trusts aren't just for the ultra-wealthy. They're a powerful tool for protecting your assets, reducing estate taxes, and ensuring your wealth is distributed responsibly. For example, a revocable living trust allows you to manage your assets during your lifetime while specifying how they're handled after your passing. You can also set conditions, such as releasing funds to beneficiaries at certain milestones, like graduating from college or starting a business. But legacy planning isn't just about dividing assets, it's about passing on values. Write a legacy letter to your loved ones, sharing your life lessons, values, and the principles that guided your success. This personal touch provides guidance and inspiration that money alone cannot. Another important aspect is naming the right executor and trustees, people who are trustworthy, financially savvy, and aligned with your vision. If your estate is complex, consider hiring a professional trustee to ensure everything runs smoothly. The positive impact of legacy planning is immeasurable. It not only provides financial security for your family, but also cements your place as someone who used their wealth to create lasting good in the world. It eliminates uncertainty, prevents unnecessary legal battles, and ensures your values live on. Finally, reinforce this step by taking action now. Schedule a meeting with an estate attorney and financial advisor to draft or update your plan. Regularly review it to account for life changes, such as new family members or shifts in your priorities. As we wrap up, remember this: the journey of wealth isn't just about what you gain. It's about what you give, build, and leave behind. Your fortune is more than money. It's a tool for freedom, impact, and legacy. Start today and ensure that your success becomes a story of inspiration for generations to come. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this guidance. Let's build a community of financial empowerment together. See you in the next video.